friends. So today we're gonna do our Christmas tree cake video. I mean, I'd already used them in a video. I done one in a collab. I think it went up on the 3rd. I will link it. It'll be in the playlist somewhere along the way. But I already done the Christmas tree cake balls like we made last year, and they're really good. But I wanted to do something different this year and just do a special, like, new, we've never done before treat with Christmas tree cakes, because y'all know they're my favorite. You can just take them straight out of the pack and eat them, and they're just fine that way. They're delicious, why not? But this way is a nice little way that you can bring a favorite for a lot of people to a family gathering and have it kind of different, but also still have it be the same, especially the cake balls. But I can't really speak much for this one that we're doing, but this is a Christmas tree cheesecake. Christmas tree cake cheesecake, and I'm excited about it. I've found this recipe, I guess it was in like November, and I've been putting it off. I bought some of the stuff, and then I didn't buy all the stuff to do it, and I had to wait until I got the stuff. Still didn't get all the stuff, because when I went to buy the stuff, how many times can we say stuff? They didn't have marshmallow fluff, and I'm tired of waiting, so I'm gonna just take some marshmallows. I googled and asked if I could just make my own marshmallow fluff with marshmallows. It says to mix marshmallows with corn syrup, and we have both of those. So I'm just gonna make my own because I really want to do this. So let me make sure I got Cool Whip. Fingers crossed. We're good. We had one. I thought for sure we did, and then I was just, you know how it goes, overthinking. I was like, do you have any? So yes, I do have some, which we have heavy whipping cream. I could have made my own. It wouldn't have stopped us. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I wanted to do this as its own separate video instead of including it with other things, because I know that sometimes people just want the good recipes, and sometimes you just want to come and hang out. Just depends on who you are. I figured this way it would be more so for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and just get it started. I hope my cream cheese is warm enough, because I just had got it out. Actually set it on top of my little wax warmer here in the kitchen just to try to speed it up a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab everything we need, and we'll meet you over on the counter, and we're gonna get started. I'm excited. So I totally didn't look at the recipe until this morning, like fully look at it. That's how I roll. So it needs 24 ounces of cream cheese. I don't own that much. I own 16, and that sounds like a lot, because this is our cake pan. I don't know, maybe it's not, I don't know. We're gonna do 16 ounces anyways. Then we might go a little light on the sweetened condensed milk as well, but we need to get the crust started. But I figured since I have to melt this, soften it, whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the microwave and get it softened up. I reread through the directions very loosely, but I reread through the directions, and it has to sit and cool slowly. It has to bake for an hour and then has to cool slowly at room temperature. And today is grocery day for us anyways, so I will probably attempt to get some marshmallow fluff. I looked, Walmart still isn't showing any in store, but Kroger is showing that they have it, and I'm going to both places today. So if they've got it, I'm definitely just going to grab some because it's quicker that way and less chance I'll mess it up. So just wanted to make sure, because I know I said that I was going to make some, and I do have marshmallows where I can attempt to make it, but I don't want to if I don't have to. So anyways, we're going to get this in the microwave, and then we're going to go ahead and get the crust started. So for the crust, you need 14 golden Oreos. I thought really hard about just taking the easy way out here and just doing a pre-made crust, but they are not good. Like, the homemade crusts are so much better, even with like graham crackers and butter and sugar, so much better. I even thought about doing that because I really enjoy that flavor, but I wanted to stick to the recipe, you know, mostly, so I didn't want to do that. So 14 cookies and 1/4 cup butter melted. Thank you for falling out. Okay, so I'm not sure how good this is done because it's such a large machine. But if it's got chunks, it's fine. It'll never hurt nobody. So I'm gonna spray the pan. I do have the oven preheated to 300 degrees as well, because like I said, it has to bake an hour. At first I thought it was a no-bake dessert, and I'm sure you could do a no-bake version. But cooked cheesecake, baked cheesecake is delicious. So is non-baked cheesecake, but like I said, we're trying to stick with the original recipe, but I'm sure it could be tweaked very easily to fit whatever you want to do. It's not gonna be fun. Trying to get it. Good enough. He washes off my hands. So now we have to take the star of the show here and put it into the bottom of the pan. I'll evacuate the box. This isn't for you, ma'am. I'm sorry. Now on to the filling. Now if you wanted to, you could cut one up and put it in these other spots too, but are we gonna do that? Because we do have a whole other box of these. Should I do that? Yeah, we're gonna do that. If anything, this will help fill it in more, where I'm supposed to have 24 ounces of cream cheese and I only have 16. Now my little brain's having trouble figuring out how I want to put this in here. So the recipe, like I said, calls for 24 ounces of cream cheese. We only have 16 in here, so I'm going to go a little light on the sweetened condensed milk as well. And it calls for 4 eggs, and I'm going to put in 3 just because, like I said, I don't have as much cream cheese. So I'm afraid I'll mess it up. Oh, I probably should have mixed that a little bit first before I started adding eggs. Now I'm just going to eyeball this and add about 3/4 of it. Ew. Okay, so, okay, and now we have to put this on top. I'm trying to really make sure I get in the little crevices. I'm hoping that it's enough, since I did not have 24 ounces of cream cheese. Maybe being impatient will not work out in my favor, but y'all know I couldn't wait no longer. I mean, I could have, honestly, but I didn't want to, so we'll experiment. I'm just letting you know if you have to have 24 ounces, if anything. Bop it around. That's not what it says. Make sure you got all the air out. But I need to make sure this cake is covered up. Yep, see, there's still little air bubbles coming to the top here. So now it goes into the oven for an hour, and then I'll show you what it looks like I think it's gonna be a little ugly on top when we pull it out of the oven, but that's what the topping is for. So we're gonna go ahead and get this baked up for an hour, and then we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so here she is. It's not near as ugly as I thought it was gonna be. It is a little, you know, puffed up, but that will settle once it starts cooling. I think it's settling right now. Hey friends, so we did score some marshmallow fluff at Kroger, and I did just walk by at Walmart just to see if they had it, and sure enough, they still didn't have any out. I don't know. What is up? Well, granted, Walmart was very scarce on a few different things this shopping trip, but anyways, Kroger didn't let me down. They had a lot. I only grabbed one because it's not something we typically use a lot of, but I was a little worried about the marshmallow fluff. I'm not usually a big, huge fan of it. I don't know why. I mean, it's actually pretty decent, but I just thought, I don't know. In my mind, the marshmallow fluff wasn't right for a Christmas tree cheesecake, but y'all, it was delicious. And this marshmallow buttercream, oh my goodness, it was so good. I'll probably do this same ℚ recipe and put it on chocolate cupcakes or something, or just even vanilla cupcakes. It would be good. It was a really good ℚ, but we're gonna get it all mixed up here. My powdered sugar was kind of clumpy, and it was all I had, so I had to make do with it, but it ended up being fine. Like, I blended it for a long time. You didn't really get to see that because, you know what, that would be repetitive and boring, but I blended it for a long time and got most of them out. You can see it's not like it's not perfectly smooth. It's not completely smooth, but it still tasted good. Nobody complained about it. This was a hit. I was excited about it, but I was also a little worried about all the sweetness and flavors coming together. Nolan especially always says that Christmas tree cakes are too sweet. I don't know where he got that from, but yeah, he thinks they're too sweet, so I wasn't sure about it. I gave him some and he ate his entire piece. He thought it was really good. John really liked it. I haven't got Lily to try it yet, but I think she'll like it. Who knows? She likes cheesecake, but it is delicious. Like, I was editing this video during lunch and I may have got me a little piece that I was my own. It was so good. So yeah, I'll have this recipe linked down below. Now, my red here, it's not really red, it's more like pink, but I didn't want to overdo it with the red food coloring. I didn't have the more like expensive, better food coloring in red. I've just slowly been buying those at like Hobby Lobby whenever I need a color, and red is not a color I have needed yet. So my whatever drizzle, is that what it is? What you see what I'm talking about. It is more pinkish than red, but I just did not want to overdo it. I didn't want to add any more of the, like, you know, I didn't want to add any of the like bitter food coloring flavoring. And you know what I'm talking about if you ever tried it. And instead of sugar sprinkles, I had these green jimmies. Well, I think they taste better, and I think it just helped it pop a little bit more. So that's what we used, but it was delicious. Definitely a fan. All of it together, 10 out of 10. The cookie crust was perfect. I'm glad that I did stick to the recipe because it was delicious with the Oreo crust, and it is a very rich cheesecake though, that is for sure. It's something that you just want a super small piece of, like what I have on the plate here in a minute. Maybe even not that much, but it is delicious, guys. Pair it with some hot coffee like I did. 10 out of 10. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with us and whatnot today. We'll see you next time. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Bye, friends.